Have you ever wanted to get into training but don't know how? Well, here are 4 easy steps that you can follow to make training just a little bit easier. Step number 1, you need to know what you're training for. Without knowing what you're truly training for, you have zero idea whether what you're doing is actually meaningful to you, and when something's not meaningful to you, you're less likely to continue to follow through. So take some time to actually evaluate what you actually care to train for. Step number 2, identify the metrics that will lead you to success. And what I mean by this is focusing on the key drivers that will ultimately lead to the success that you want. For instance, this could be making sure that you're progressively overloading and eating more if you want to be a bodybuilder. Or if you want to be able to dunk, making sure that you're working out your fast twitch fibers and doing jumping drills. There are a lot of things that you can look into to improve at any one thing, but usually if you have a specific task, there are a few things that will lead to better results than others. Step number 3, develop a plan. Psychologically, having a plan, especially a plan that is written down and easily accessible, is easier to follow and thus easier to track your progression and make sure that you're ultimately getting to the goal that you have laid out. Lastly, give yourself one last reality check and write down the timeline that you would like to achieve your goal in, and write down how long you think you actually can dedicate to this goal every single week. Proper goal setting is a huge thing for our dopamine and motivation circuits. So when you set goals that are slightly out of reach but achievable in a certain time frame, that makes you work harder towards them and ultimately have a higher chance of succeeding at getting them. But if you have an unrealistic goal, let's say for instance you want to bench 315 pounds in 2 weeks and you're currently at 135 pounds, that is not very realistic, and by the time those 2 weeks come up, you're going to feel very unmotivated and more likely to give up. So ultimately, take some time to reflect on how long you would like to work towards that goal, such that you're able to make benchmarkers that can measure just how well you are progressing at reaching that goal, and also whether you have the time of day to actually dedicate towards making that goal in that set time frame. You can reach any goal, but some goals may take longer or they might take more of your time. And if you don't have a lot of time, you might need to stretch out that time frame a little bit.